All right, so here we are at week number 5, or quilt number 5. Crazy to believe that we're this far in. 5 seems like so many and not so many at the same time, but knowing the effort that goes into a quilt, here we are. So I'm going to preface this by saying we're in March, as you can see by the calendar, and I'm going to be doing some quick or easy projects this month because I am going to be moving in phase 1 of like a 2-part move. So this month I'm going to be moving back to my parents for a short period of time before getting ready to get a place of my own. So more details on that as they slowly unravel, but I wanted to still keep going with my projects, and doing so I've got 2 projects planned for March. So this first one is going to be a mini quilt that I'm super excited about. Years ago, I was on a craft forum called crafter.org, and where I first experienced swapping and doing craft swaps with other crafters and sewists and different people, and each swap had a different theme. A couple years ago, Crafter shut down and it disappeared for a little bit, and it just reopened just over a year ago. It was pre-quarantine, pre-shutdown. It reopened as Lettuce Craft, like lettuce, like the vegetable, craft.com. I think I'll have to double check that, but I've been trying to get reactive back on there and do some swapping. I decided to finally sign up for a swap because it's a dinosaur themed swap, and you've seen my dinosaur projects in the past if you followed me on Instagram, so I'm excited to add another one to the party. Last year, I made the shop sample for Cali Quilt Co. of the dinosaur quilt, so you'll see it right here. So what I'm going to do for this swap is I'm just going to make a mini quilt using 2 of the dinosaur blocks from that pattern. That's the Elizabeth Hartman Dinosaurs pattern. So I'm going to use the Stegosaurus pattern, the Stegosaurus block, and the Triceratops block. So I'm going to stack them one on top of the other and to make a nice little square quilt, because mini quilt was something that my swap partner was interested in. I'm not going to pull my fabric just yet, as of it's not pulled right now, because I'm going to search through my stash to see what I have, because it sounds like my partner has a lot of the same color theme likes that I do. My partner likes jewel tones, and which perfect, I've got a lot of those. So I'm going to see what I have, whether it's in my grunge scraps or in my dimple scraps. A lot of my scraps from my 100 Day 100 Blocks project, my Emily's Rad 100 Blocks, has a lot of those colors in it. So, and I've used a lot of grunge, so I'll have a lot of grunge scraps, obviously. So I'm going to search through that, but I was cruising through Joann's this weekend and found the perfect backing that I just have to show you. So I did buy some Kona silver to be my background around my dinosaurs. I used Quicksilver on my original one, but I found some silver. I think that'll look good. Who doesn't love a good gray? But this fabric is so perfect for a little back, a wall, a little mini quilt. If you can see that there, it's got constellations and they're dinosaurs. Right side up? Here, I'll turn it this way. I think they're all kind of tossed all over, but just so you can really see that. Like, I texted my cousin Lisa and I was like, look at this fabric I found, it's perfect for the backing. And she was like, yes, that's excellent. So I've got my backing, I've got my background for my dinosaurs. Now I just need to find my pieces for my dinosaur bodies. And I think I need 2 colors for the Stegosaurus, and then 3 colors, I think, for the Triceratops. Or that's flipped. 3 for the Stegosaurus, 2 for the Triceratops. I'll have to look at my pattern, but I'm super excited because it'll be a fun little project, and I'm going to quilt it the same way I did my original one because that pantograph is too cute to pass up. Be a nice quick little project that will be ready to go. So we'll get going on that, and I will update you once I find all my fabric pull. So stay tuned. So my pull for my Stegosaurus is going to be these purples. I'm going to do the body in the dimple and the little spikies in the dark purple grunge. And then I'm going to do the plants in a couple different greens. This is quite literally my bucket of grunge. Everything in here is all various grunge scraps and a little bit of yardage. So I dug through here to find some blue, and I think I found some good stuff for the Triceratops. So it's got the head, the body, and then one leg is a different color. So I think that'll be good to kind of pop out and tie in the purple there. And then I've got green dimple, and then a couple different green grunges for the plants. One of the best tips I ever got when doing Elizabeth Hartman patterns is to use these garage sale dots. Put the letter on them to what piece they coordinate with, and then just peel off that dot, stick it right on the fabric. And it's like, it leaves no sticky residue. It stays on there well enough to wait its turn to get used, and then just go in the garbage. So I'm gonna label the rest of these blue pieces that I just cut out and go on to the next one. There's a Triceratops block, and then how it lays out, it also has this plant next to it. So I have to make one of those little plants, this one, oh, two of those, because that guy's, so it's gonna be like this. That's gonna be my mini quilt in pretty jewel tone colors, minus that head, and a little bit of a border. I found a third style of green to do my plant in. So I've got one plant in grunge, one plant in dimple, and one plant in this crosshatch. Super cool. And all my purples are cut, all my blues are cut, and now I just need to cut my background, which is this Kona silver. So I'm gonna start figuring that out and go from there. Here we are at the end of our cutting phase. We've got blue Triceratops, green plants, and purple Stegosaurus. So I've got all my sticky dots all on there, so I know which piece is which. And I didn't label these ones because these are all the same size. So the plants I can figure out, there's a lot less variety. But as far as the dinosaurs go, there's a little bit more variety. So there we go. I'm excited to see this come together. And then I've got a skinny little border. I had a bigger border, but I probably should have got a little bit more fabric when it comes to the gray, just to be safe, because this is all I had left. So there we are. Dinosaurs are underway. So there's your look at the fabric pull and a peek at some of the cutting, and come back next week and we'll start getting some dinosaurs and plants pieced together.